Hello everyone. Well, it wouldn't be Christmas without getting some books, and we've got some books here at Gardenstown New Church for different folks that we hope will be useful. Firstly, there are only 15 copies of this left, so that's great to see that this has been selling well. This is the booklet that the Ladies' Fellowship put together called What Has God Been Teaching Us During 2020? Times of difficulty, times of adversity are times when God really is teaching us and growing us, and so a lot of the ladies and indeed some of their friends have put together some contributions here in this booklet, the sales of which go to Women for Mission and the projects that they're raising money for this year. And so that's great to be able to see that selling so well. There are only 15 left, as I said, so if you don't have a copy yet, get in touch with Megan and she might be able to secure you one in time. What we're giving to some of the young adults that are connected to the church is this book, 5 Things to Pray for Your Heart. And this is really great. I've been looking through it and already been getting some really good ideas and some challenges as well through this book. And so we really pray that God would use this. The Christian life is a life of prayer. No prayer, no Christian life. And so this is a really helpful book, we hope, for some of the younger folks that are connected to the church. It's been a year characterised in so many ways by COVID, and this short book helps us to think about life in a COVID world, and we have 100 copies of this book. This is something to give away, and so if there's someone that you think would benefit from reading this book and putting what's been happening this past year into a Christian perspective and learning from it that way, then ask me and I'll be able to give you one of these and you'll be able to give it to them. So we have 100 copies of these, so they'll be able to go to most of the folks in our church and anyone who we think might also benefit from it. Finally, we have 100 copies of this. It's called The First Christmas Song. 50 of those will be going so that every child at Brackenden Primary will get a copy of this book. There's a video and a song that goes with it that they'll be able to watch. And it's one of the sad things, one of the challenging things about this year is that in church and in school we're not able to sing at the moment. But we can still sing in our hearts. And that's what the exhortations to singing in the New Testament, the 2 ones that Paul makes about singing psalms, hymns and spiritual songs, it's about making melody in the heart, with grace in the heart. And so this reminds us that we can sing in our hearts. And so we have another 50 copies in addition to the ones that are going to Brackenden. Some of those will go to the kids in Sunday Club who aren't at Brackenden. But then that's another thing that we can give away to any youngsters in our lives. And so again, you can speak to me, and if you'd like to give this to a child, I'll be able to get them to you. So I hope all these books will all be used by God to achieve His purposes and to build people up in their faith, or to bring people to know Jesus for the first time at Christmas, because our message this Christmas is, will you put your trust in Christ this Christmas? And it's our prayer that many people would. Isn't that right? Yes.